This week, the Senate's going to hear arguments about why the former seditionist president of the United States should be convicted of inciting an insurrection. Democrats will argue that the former commander-in-chief convinced an army of his followers to storm the Capitol. They will argue that the events of January 6th damaged our democracy, but democracy was not the only victim of the insurrection. There is a yet greater and more personal toll for those who were inside the Capitol and those who were defending it. Officer Brian Sicknick sacrificed his life. Officer Eugene Goodman risked his life to save members of Congress. These are the names we've come to know and praise, but there are more unintended heroes who woke up on the morning of January 6th as one version of themselves and went to sleep that night forever changed. If an injury is not fatal, it's often overlooked by the public and the media. But the officers who were thrown down flights of stairs and smashed in the head don't have the privilege of overlooking their injuries. 140 police officers were hurt during the riots. Let me give you a snapshot of some of the physical trauma. For starters, 38 Capitol Police employees tested positive for coronavirus following the riots. As for immediate physical injuries, the Capitol Police Officers Union says brain injuries appear to be the most common. One cop cracked 2 ribs and smashed 2 spinal discs. Another was stabbed with the stake from a metal fence. One officer is going to lose an eye. So a bunch of conspiracy-toting seditionists acted on their defeated president's refusal to accept his election loss, and now a police officer is dead, many are injured, and one will lose an eye. And those are just the visible scars. What cannot be measured by concussions and open wounds is the hidden damage, the mental anguish that survivors of traumatic events live with every day. 2 police officers who defended the Capitol died by suicide after the attack. Their names are Jeffrey Smith and Howard Liebengood. Members of Congress spoke on the floor of the House last week. Some are breaking down in tears as they recalled the Capitol siege. Congressman Dean Phillips of Minnesota described feeling like a sitting duck, looking around and realizing that all he had to defend himself was a single pencil. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee of Texas was in the balcony of the House chamber with a group of colleagues when the chaos unfolded. She heard a gunshot right outside the chamber's doors. She crouched behind chairs and began to pray with some of her other peers. So to the United States senators who will deliberate this week, remember the consequences of what you are doing. Convicting the seditionist former president will hurt him, and you are likely to pay a political price for doing that. But not doing so is a choice that you get to make. Those who will live with the actual physical and emotional scars of January 6th had no choice. When you make your decision, remember them.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.